Hey, good evening, folks. Welcome to the backyard once again, and another episode of Backyard Cooking with Rog-e. Not sure what that angle is going to be there. It's been a while since we've actually been able to come live. Sorry about that, and bring you a broadcast from the backyard. We are cooking under the comforts of the completed phase 1 version of the wooden spoon, and we're thankful for that. Tonight we're going to bring you today is actually National Hot Dog Day, I think it is, or National Pork Day or something like that. So we're going to bring a recipe to you tonight. We're going to do a demonstration here on some what we're calling the Triple H Especial, and so what we'll explain there what the Triple H is. It's the Heavenly Hog, and it's with our own version of what we're doing with the National Grilling Day or whatever it is today. So first of all, we're gonna fry up some bacon as part of the Heavenly Hash that we're making. We're making a 3-meat Heavenly Hash. We're going to have a little breakfast and supper type thing together. And it's going to be hopefully it will turn out to be what we're wanting for it to do. We've got the bacon going on first, and we're going to render that down and cook everything real slow for the bacon there. Get it going real good. Maybe you can see some of that going on. I'm not sure. Again, I think I just put this right in the way. Sorry about that. We're still working on getting everything in place, but we got the bacon going down. I've got a cast iron skillet over here that we're going to also include some sawmill gravy, hopefully, if I can get it to work right. In this hash, we're going to have a little bit of course, bacon. We're going to have some diced ham, some potatoes, bell peppers, onions, and it's for the hot dog part, or for the pork part of it, more so than just the bacon and the ham. We're going to do bratwurst instead of a traditional hot dog. So this could be an adventure. I'm thankful for everybody being able to join us and come to you here live. It rained just a little bit here in Jackson, so it kind of cooled things down a little bit. But we got the bacon flowing, and we're going to cook everything in the bacon grease, the potatoes, the bell peppers, the onions, everything. We're going to try to combine that, and then at the end of this thing, hopefully it'll all come together the way we want it to. Hey, Lisa, thanks for joining. Norman, I don't know if I missed anybody else. Thank you guys for joining. Again, we're coming from the backyard, and we've got our first phase of the wooden spoon ready to go, and we're going to try to get started on the second phase of it at some point here quickly. My guys that were brought in to build this for us did a great job for us. We're really excited about being able to get everything in place and to bring you another live show. It's been, I think it was July 4th when we did our last one. So it's been a little while since we've actually been able to bring another program to you. And so today I couldn't really figure out what we wanted to do for our next show, and then when I found out today was whatever it is, National Hot Dog Day, or then I started trying to get a little bit creative, and so after watching the Cardinals win in the first exhibition game of the year, I'm so glad baseball is close to being back. We still got a little ways to go, I guess, before it's officially back. But it was great to be able to pick them up on our Fox network and to watch them play. And Hopefully have a good season ahead. I know, you know, it all depends on how things fold out over the 60-game series, but at least that was exciting today to really get to see some baseball and just enjoy a game that we like to enjoy. And so what I've done is I've rendered the bacon down about 3/4 of the way. I hadn't got it cooked all the way, but I've got it. I'm moving it over here to the side where it's a little bit less heat. I got it turned down way low on the Blackstone griddle. So I'm going to leave the bacon juice there, bacon grease there, and then I'm going to start cooking the potatoes and onions and everything here. So what I did is I've got a bag of potatoes that I used the fingerling potatoes, and I just cut them up in quarters or whatever. I put a little EVOO on them to start with and some black pepper. And so we're going to cook them down just a little bit, and then some of that's getting in my throat. Sorry about that. It's not the coronavirus. So we got the potatoes on in the bacon grease, getting them all coated real good there. There's nothing better than cooking in actual bacon grease. So now my view is probably not the best in the world, but here we go with the bacon. Let's see. There's the bacon that's still cooking. There's potatoes. I'm still working on trying to figure out how to get this to work right, but we'll get it going here. So as we got the potatoes going, I'm going to go ahead and put on the onions and bell peppers. I diced up one green bell pepper and a half of a yellow bell pepper. So we're going to get those rendering down with the potatoes. Get that in mixed in with the bacon grease. Hey, my sister is looking around. She got the eyeballs going everywhere. What we're doing is we're fixing what I'm calling the Triple H Especial. And that is basically a scientific name or big name for a triple pork hash that you would normally have, I guess, for breakfast maybe. But, you know, sometimes it's good to have breakfast at night. And we do a lot of times, we'll have breakfast for supper. And it's really turns out pretty good normally. And I'm not saying it's going to turn out great tonight, but I got a feeling that if it turns out the way I want it to, we will definitely be in good shape. And I knew I was going to do it. I left one of the ingredients inside the house. Right now I don't have my refrigerator outside yet. That's part of the phase 2. But if you'll just give me just a second, I'm going to run and get that, and I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Got one onion that I diced up. I diced it up. I didn't really dice it up real fine. I left it a little chunky there for a reason, just to get it mixed in and get it to cook down with everything, in with the bacon grease, potatoes, bell peppers. So now that we got everything on the grill on that part of it, again, I'm going to attempt to make sawmill gravy as well to go with this hash. And who knows, maybe it'll turn out the way it's supposed to, and we can get everything fix this right. This bacon is looking really good over here on the corner, right next to closer to the phone that I'm using. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's rendering down really good. Got everything on there. So now I'm going to put on the other part of the one of the H's of the Heavenly Hash, and that's the bratwurst that I've diced up or cut up into like 1-inch pieces. And that's going to be, I guess, our representative of the hot dog for National Hot Dog Day. But we're going to render in some bratwurst pieces to go with this. Hey, Coach, how you doing, Will? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So we've got everything going pretty good here. We've turned up the fire just a little bit so that the potatoes can start rendering down with the onions and bell peppers that you can hopefully see there. Again, we use the fingerling potatoes. We cut them up, diced them up in quarters basically to create this hash that we're having for supper tonight. We got the bacon already going. We got bratwurst here that we're going to add with it. And then the third part is going to be the diced ham. We've got a little bit of diced ham here that we're going to put in with it. And then, of course, you can't have a hash per se. There's some diced ham going on. You can't have a breakfast hash if you don't have some some eggs to go with it. So we're going to try our luck at the end of this thing, cooking up a few over medium, I guess it is, eggs, and put that on top of the hash. And then if we get this gravy to turn out the way we want to, we'll have some biscuits and gravy to go with the hash. And we'll just have an old-fashioned breakfast or supper. Anybody else do that at any time? Smells good. Okay, I'm glad my smell-o-vision's working. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Hey, Colin. How you doing, girl? Colin Robinson. So we just got everything going right now. We're just going to start getting it all figured out and see how it's going. So while I've got just a second here, I'm going to go ahead and try to start on this gravy. Again, I've got a cast iron skillet over here on the side that we're going to try to make our roux, as they call it. And I guess that's a French word. I don't know how to speak French, but I guess that's what they say. So I've got like 1/4 cup of unsalted butter, clarified butter, which I'm using ghee for mine. And I'm going to let that get going. Keep everything moving here. I do have my wooden spoons out here as well. Therefore, I want to make sure that I'm using my wooden spoons as much as possible when I can. But with as much as we got going on at this point, I got to keep things moving and turning and get that all incorporated together. This takes just a little bit for everything to brown up. And then when we get it all ready to go, I hope it turns out the way we had anticipated. Hey, my daughter is watching me. Hopefully I don't embarrass her. Thanks for joining us. We're cooking what I'm calling a Triple H Especial, today being National Hot Dog Day, and I know she loves hot dogs. So we're using bratwurst instead of hot dogs, and we're creating a breakfast hash that we're going to put together, and then we're going to actually make some gravy, hopefully. I've never made a whole lot of gravy in my life, but I think I can do it. So I've already added the oil over here, or the clarified butter, to my cast iron skillet, and got it going over there pretty good. So now I've got 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour that I'm going to add into it and kind of get that circulating together. And then here's probably where I need to get my wooden spoon. What we want to do is we want to make kind of like a paste out of the butter and the flour, and cook that down to the point that the flour is actually cooked out. The taste of the flour is actually cooked out, and we create a pasty look. And it's going really quickly here to make that paste. So I'm going to spread it out and try to give it a chance to cook, so that it cooks the taste of the flour, so that you don't have the raw flour taste when we add everything to it. And what we're going to use some of the bratwurst as the sausage. Instead of incorporating any sausage into it, we're going to put the bratwurst that we're cooking up here. We're going to put some of that in the gravy to make it the sausage gravy or whatever, and they are cooking up really good. So it won't be long that will be able to be part of that. We've got everything on board. We're just trying to keep everything turned so that we're not burning anything in particular. And some of the bacon pieces are trying to jump over with this bratwurst. That would be good, or bacon wrapped bratwurst. No, I don't have any problem with that. And hey, my brother's watching. Hey, Curb. Welcome to the backyard, and thanks for joining us. We're making a breakfast hash for supper. So if I get everything turned out right, then we'll see how it goes. So I've got my roux over here, made with butter and flour. I've got it cooked up pretty good in a cast iron skillet. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some, I'm using half and half. You can use whole milk or half and half in order to make your gravy. Coach Frederick, how you doing, sir? Thanks for joining me. Kevin Chapman, thanks everybody for joining us. We're just having a good time here in Jackson, Tennessee. So we're going to put about half of this, half and half in it. We're going to start mixing it up real good to see about getting that thickened up a little bit. If we haven't had enough into it to get it the thickness that we want to, we can add a little bit more flour and get that cooked down. But I think it's going to, once we get it going to the right consistency, we may end up having to put a little bit more of the half and half in to get it to thin down once it starts thickening up on us. Okay, so I'm going to give my breakfast potatoes another round to turn around, and they're starting to brown up, get really nice and golden brown, and they're looking really good. Hopefully you can see a little bit of that. The angle of the camera may not be in the best shape, but we're going to try to provide that for you here. Give me just a second, and I'll be back over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put me another pan on the grill so that I can start combining some of this because it is actually getting ready to start coming off, at least part of it. I've got my gravy starting to thicken up, which is really good. I'm liking that. I don't want the lumps in it, so I'm going to try to stir them out. It's got that thickened up pretty good to the point that I may end up having to put a little bit more of the half and half. Again, that's what I'm using. You can use whole milk. I think I'm going to go ahead and put some more in. There we go. And then while I'm doing that, I'm going to get some crushed black pepper and put that in with it. Give that a good black pepper there for my gravy. All right. I spilled a little bit on the hot griddle, but we're getting it to the thickness that we want. And now that we've got the bratwurst cooked up, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of the bratwurst to the gravy and allow that to incorporate with it and get it the thickness that we want. Hopefully I didn't put too much in it this time to the point that I can't get it good and thick again. But so I'm going to go ahead and scoop up a couple scoops of the bratwurst. Got a little bit of the diced ham in it, but it's not got a whole lot. So now we're going to have some onion gravy, not onion gravy. That probably wouldn't be very good, onion gravy. So now we got bratwurst in with our gravy mix, and it looks real smooth and consistent from this part of it. I'm going to turn that burner down very low so that it don't continue to get out of hand on me there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start putting some of this stuff in the pan together for the actual hash. I'm going to put my bacon in, which is rendered down really good. Put that in first. And get my bratwurst and my ham all in there. And these potatoes, they are about tender. They probably like just a little bit more, but I'm going to go ahead and get everything that I can put in there so that we can keep that over here on the side. Keep it good and warm while we finish everything else up. Potatoes, onions, bell peppers. I think I've got most everything on the griddle in some way or form or fashion. And then what we're gonna do with our potatoes, we're gonna go ahead and put a dome on it for just a little bit, just to try to allow that heat to stay incorporated within that, and to get those potatoes a little bit tender. And then we will try to show you how we want to do the eggs and try to incorporate this all together. Again, this is a recipe that I just kind of threw together. Really wasn't planning a lot of it, and I put just a little bit of seasoning in there as well. I use strawberry barbecue seasoning, and I put that on most everything that I cook in order to give it the extra something that we need. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, for no more than I've ever cooked sausage gravy or sawmill gravy. I think that right there looks pretty good myself. I don't know how it tastes. Tastes like gravy to me. I'm going to show you here, see if I can. There's my gravy that I just made right here in the cast iron skillet. And there's ham, bratwurst, and bacon all mixed up in there. And then I got my potatoes over here finishing up. And so we are under the wooden spoon cooking our breakfast hash. I've got the ceiling fan going, so if you hear a motor running, that's what that is the ceiling fan that we got going there. But I think this is just about ready. I'm going to try this potato here just to see how tender. It likes a little bit more. It's a little al dente right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of steam to the potatoes that we got. I got a bottle of water. Add a little steam and allow that to help generate the heat that we need for that and the steam. This dish has everything but grilled shrimp in it. Looks awesome. Well, Coach, I'm sorry, I don't do shrimp. Hey, what about them Cardinals winning today, Coach? I know it's an exhibition, but I'll take any win I can get. Glad to see Paul DeYongo yard, and Tyler O'Neill got a big, drove in 2 runs there in first part of the ball game. So things are looking up real good for the Cardinals, or at least for this first exhibition game. All right, so we're going to take the lid back off here. Going to spread everything back out and see. I think these potatoes are just about ready. They've got a good golden brown tint to them. I'm going to try to, let me show you them. I hate doing it this way, but there's my potatoes. Of course, I had a little bit of ham. Oh, did you see that one pop? All right there. So it must be popping good if that's the case. So we're going to go back. And I really think that they're about ready to go. They're good and tender. They're where that you can cut them with a fork. They're not as soft as a mashed potato, but they are good fork tender. So we're going to go ahead and incorporate that all together here. And so we've got the makings of a finished product. We just got to get it to the finish line here. I'm trying to keep everything in order so that I don't hold you a long time, but yet we are able to bring you the end product at the end of this. Okay, I don't know what that was, but something happened on my feed, or somebody joined in or said something, or so we got it all pretty much mixed up together. Oh, that bacon just jumped out. Look at that. Oh my goodness. You know what? There ain't much wrong that you can do when you're cooking bacon. I'm just telling you that bacon makes the end result of everything. I think you can put it on, and I probably said it before, you put it on a wallet or on the bumper of a truck, and with that bacon, and it would make it great. Our gravy, yes sir. Our gravy is ready to go. So now what I'm going to do, I've turned it down just a little bit. I'm going to try to cool it off just a little and give it a little straight so I can try to cook these eggs. Now I haven't done a full-blown breakfast on the griddle, the Blackstone griddle. I have attempted just on occasions to do things, so we're going to try to cool it down a little bit. We're going to have add some eggs to the top of this thing, to the traditional hash. Again, we do thank everybody for joining us. If you're joining us live, if you're joining us after the fact, we do appreciate it. I've got, I think, 4 or 5 videos on YouTube, and I've got several views off of each one. I do appreciate everybody watching our videos and commenting on what we're doing, and we're just trying to have fun and enjoy the outdoors and go with what we know. So I have brought me some egg rings with me so that I can cook the eggs, hopefully in a manner that they need to be cooked without creating a mess. So I'm going to put them on the griddle, put just a little bit of oil on all of them, and then I'm going to drop an egg off in there, and I'm going to coat the sides. Hopefully they won't stick. We're using a little bit of oil there to get all over the sides, and that's going to be a little bit hot because that stayed on the griddle. That one as well. All right, so y'all cross your fingers and wish me luck, because this could be a disaster if it doesn't go the way I need for it to go. All right, there's one. You can hear the sizzling. All right. That's not the tough part. The tough part will be to get them free of these rings that I've got and to get them to an over medium state. And so far I haven't broken the yolk. I got one more to go. Let's see how we do here. Oh yeah, baby. You know, I used to be one of the assistant managers and a manager of Wendy's in Dyersburg and in Blytheville. We ended up having breakfast, so I had to learn how to use the ring and cook the eggs. So I'm going to give those a chance just to move my camera and let you see the eggs. Not me, sorry. There's my eggs. We're about ready to roll them boys over and get an over medium, and we're going back to hopefully a view that you can see something. I don't know what you can see. Probably not anything with my finger in the way. Well, I can't get it back to where I had it. I got to have me a cameraman. I just got to have a cameraman. That's all I can say. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and start the plating. Well, I got all the rest of this. Look at there, that ring just came off. Oh, baby. Yes, sir. And then let's see this one here. Come on, baby. Oh, yes. My rings are coming out right. Oh, come on. Don't you stick to me. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Look here. I'm going to have to do surgery on this one. That one trying to stick. Didn't get it coated good, but we're going to manage. We're going to, yeah, we got her out. And then the last one, oh, yeah. 3 out of 4 is not bad. Not bad at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try to flip these over right quick. Yep. And it won't take long. I'm going to go ahead and just let them get right there for just a second. I got my biscuit that I cooked inside because I didn't have a way to cook it out here as of yet. Got my biscuit there. Look here, I got my gravy, which is getting a little thick on me. All right. Gravy and biscuit. Put these eggs right on top of the hash, just like that. All right. There's my hash. So what we're going to do is, thought I brought a, boy, I'm so disorganized right now. Set this underneath the bottom so that it doesn't continue to burn or to cook. And now we're going to dip out some of the hash here. I got my fine china again. Dip out the hash. Got that egg right there on top. Turn it back over so you can see what we got there. And I want to see how this is going to look. Look there. Can you see that? And turn it around once again. Look there, the egg yolk. Oh yeah. I think we got a done deal, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is the Triple H Especial, our tribute today to National Hot Dog Day or whatever it is. So we've made our presentation, and now it's just up to the judges for the taste test. I know part of it is really good, and bacon is really good. But I do appreciate everybody joining us. We making our presentations and doing what we do here. Again, we want to thank all the frontline people that are still out there battling every day. It seems like this coronavirus is not trying to release. It's trying to hang on. But you know what? I posted the other day, the pastor talked about the river of healing. If it flowed through this earth, if the Christians, if the body of Christ would all start praying that this coronavirus will come to an end, then we'll get this to the end quicker than we'll know it. But we got to keep holding steady with what we got right now. We got to follow the path that we know that someone has been down before. I've got some good friends that are battling the COVID-19 and that have gone through some of the COVID-19, and we're thankful that they're able to do that and come through. We're still praying for continued strength for them, but we got to keep looking out for our doctors and our nurses, our truck drivers, and everybody that's our enforcement officers, and everybody that's doing what they're doing to try to keep us safe, to try to keep things moving in the right direction. And I just thank them for the work that they're doing. Thank everybody for joining us. I'm not sure how the outcome is going to be. We're going to go inside here and taste it and just see how it goes. But I do appreciate everybody joining us today and trying to keep this as short and sweet as possible. We've had a great time with this Triple H Especial. Bacon, diced ham, and bratwurst with potatoes, onions, bell peppers, fried egg, biscuits and gravy. We're just having a good old breakfast tonight. And so until we have the opportunity to come together again, we ask that you keep the coals hot. And you can do this recipe on your stove in the house. I just happen to want to do it underneath the wooden spoon. I will get my wooden spoon plaque that my brother made for me. I will get it hung up pretty soon, hopefully, and looking forward to that. But until we meet again, we will see you down the Triple H Trail, and good day.